So today is the 15th of August, and we have some fundamental events we want to look at this afternoon. A lot of events coming up from the United States, and by 1:30 p.m., which is just like 50 minutes away from now, we have the core retail sales, the retail sales, unemployment claims, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. 5 events that will happen simultaneously. So these events are expected to lead to a lot of volatility on the United States dollar this afternoon. So by 1:30 p.m., we have a green, a scenario where all the data released, where that is good for the currency, for the dollar, they will all be green. So if you have a green, outcome, that means we expect a massive bullish, activity on the dollar. And if on the other hand, the news turns out to be bad for the dollar, and we have a red scenario all through, then we expect a very massive bearish movement on the dollar. Now, this is the dollar index. So we still maintain that we have an uptrend on the weekly time frame. Price has touched the trend line at the third time, on the higher low, touching at the third time. Technically, and last week closed as a rejection candle, the current candle for this week, today's Thursday, is resting on that trend line. Technically, we should be looking for an opportunity to buy the dollar. It's in a bullish trend. And secondly, we also have price hitting a support zone right there. So from the bounce on the trend line, then we have a support. Now, a support zone is a buyer's zone. So technically, again, we're expected to look for an opportunity to buy the dollar. Trend line, support zone. And thirdly, if we zoom down to the daily time frame, we'll see that the candle for yesterday actually closed as a rejection candle on the daily time frame. Now, this also tells us there's a strong bullish bias on the dollar, which may see the dollar go, higher. So third reason why we're looking to buy the dollar is that we're seeing, a rejection candle on the daily time frame. If we zoom down to the 4-hour, on the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing the possibility of the formation of a double bottom pattern, and this wing here is the second leg, which might result into a massive bullish movement. This is the fourth reason why we're looking for a buy on the dollar. And finally, if you zoom down to the 1 hour, we can clearly see that there's a formation of an inverse head and shoulder pattern on the 1 hour, which is expected to lead to a bullish breakout. So we have 5 reasons why we're looking at a very massive bullish breakout on the dollar. So what happens is this: if the news comes out to be good for the dollar by 1:30, if it comes out good and we have a green scenario all through, or we have more of green, maybe 4 green and possibly 1 red, then we expect that the dollar will go massively bullish, because of all technical angles on the dollar index. What we are seeing overall on the dollar is a strong bullish bias. So I can tell you that technically I am bullish biased on the dollar in anticipation of the news we're expecting by 1:30 p.m. So what that happens if the news turns out to be bad and it's a sell? Well, for me, I will just stay out, because that's not what the analysis is showing me. Analysis is showing me that we're bullish biased on the dollar. So that's the dollar index. So which pairs can we look at trading for this event? Personally, I'll be looking at the EURUSD. It's a major currency pair. Now for the EURUSD, the price hit a resistance level on the weekly time frame yesterday. This is the weekly time frame, and price hit this resistance level yesterday, and it didn't close above it. Now this same resistance level dates back to this region here. Price tried to break above it, but it still returned. So this resistance level has been holding since around April 2023. Like in the last 1 year and 4 months, this level has been holding. In fact, the resistance level actually dates back to this point here, which was actually 2022. So it's a level that has held consistently for like 2 years and 4 months thereabouts. Price has not really broken out completely above this level. So when price hit it yesterday, we anticipate a possible reversal. You know, if the dollar index is saying bullish, then it means a currency pair like Euro USD can be going bearish. So it's still very much in line. So with price hitting a resistance at the weekly time frame, I'm looking at a reason to sell the Euro USD. And secondly, when price hit the resistance level on the weekly time frame yesterday, price actually closed as a rejection candle on the daily time frame. That is also indicative of a possible bearish movement on the Euro USD. And on the 4 hour, we also add a very sharp rejection candle here, more like a doji, you know, which indicates also a reversal on the Euro USD. And finally, on 1 hour time frame, we're seeing a pattern that is forming like a head and shoulder. So it's not so sharp at the moment, but then that's all I can see. And this is expected to lead to a bearish breakout. So if the news comes out by 1:30 to favor the dollar, you know, we can look at selling the Euro USD. Now take note of it. I did not say buy Euro USD because for the Euro USD, the dollar is the quote currency. If the news comes out good for the dollar, we can look at selling the Euro USD. For the Euro USD, that is a neckline, you know, that I drew just over there, and we expect a crash in price downwards. So we're bearish biased on the Euro USD. Another instrument we might trade, you know, for those who are gold lovers, is actually gold. I'm looking at that also. Now for gold, on the daily time frame, price hit a resistance level yesterday. And if we zoom down to 4 hour, we also add a scenario of a triple top pattern, which has led to, you know, some reversal already on gold. Though currently price is retracing, we're experiencing a retracement with price going a little in the bullish direction. But then price is hanging around a support term resistance zone on the 4 hour of the of gold, and that resistance term support term resistance is actually the neckline region for that triple top pattern. So we zoom down to 1 hour time frame, you can see that price is just hanging around that region. So again, if the news comes out to be good for dollar, we expect a decline in gold.
A few moments later.
All right, so this is the update on the analysis I did earlier, you know, for today, the 15th of August 2024. Now we looked at the analysis on the dollar ahead of the news that was to take place by 1:30 p.m. Now the news has been released and the news came out really good for the dollar. You can see right on the screen, the core retail sales was good for the dollar, retail sales good for the dollar, unemployment claims good for the dollar, Empire State Manufacturing Index good for the dollar. Then the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index is the only one that came out bad for the dollar. So the news generally is good for the dollar. And we said in the analysis that we expected a bullish movement on the dollar index, while we expected the Euro USD and gold, you know, to sell if the dollar is buying. So I'll flip over now to MetaTrader and we'll look at how the market reacted to this news event. All right, so this is the dollar index. Yeah, we said earlier that we expected a bullish outcome of the news based on what we're seeing from a technical angle. I said earlier that this was to form a double bottom pattern, and such we expected a movement to the bullish direction. And the news coming out good for the dollar as reinforced that. And also I said I saw an inverse head and shoulder pattern on the 1 hour time frame, and that equally has been completed as price moved massively bullish in the bullish direction, just as in line with the earlier forecast. And with that in view, we also said we expected a bearish movement on the Euro USD, and that has actually been confirmed now, because Euro USD has sold now. I remember drawing a trend line here to indicate the neckline from where we expected the breakout to occur, and so far Euro USD has dropped to the tune of about 63 pips thereabouts, which is quite impressive. And also we're bearish on gold, and gold also we've seen some decline on gold. We've seen some decline on gold, yeah, gold has dropped, from that resistance level up there, that support on resistance. We've seen a drop to the tune of about 307 pips on gold. Though currently we're seeing a retracement, but I believe with time we should still see a further drop. All right, so that's all as an update to the earlier analysis of a bullish movement on dollar and a bearish movement on gold and Euro USD. Stay tuned to this channel and watch out for the next video I'll drop. Take care and bye for now.